Hello everyone, this is Janice. Today is Thursday, March 24th, 2022. Today I'm going to focus on continuing the life of celery. But before we begin, let's talk about my display. I'm using my stove top. This is a flat top stove. By the way, it is unplugged. I don't even use my stove to cook with. Everything that I cook is cooked either by my crock pot or other small appliances. The stove uses a whole lot of energy, and that is one of the ways that I reduce my electricity bill is by using smaller appliances. But anyway, I have used a number of smaller, I have used a number of light colored items because I've been having so many problems with lighting while using this stove. The surface of the stove is black, and I was thinking that was causing the problem. I thought maybe the black top of the stove was absorbing all of the light and causing me to have the lighting problems. Everything is looking all green. I have laid down a light colored trash bag, a white trash bag. I have light colored pots and other light colored items to hopefully trying to deal with the light problem. But anyway, getting back to continuing the life of celery. Some people say regrow. I say continue life. This is a term that I came up with on my own. Continuing the life of vegetables is not new. For years we have known that farmers could take small pieces of potatoes and create new potatoes for many generations to come. During the 1970s, I would say maybe around the late 1970s, it was either the Dixie Crystals Company or the Domino Sugar Company that would encourage people to continue the life of vegetables instead of throwing them away. The way they had it set up, every time you would buy a bag of sugar, they would have a packet inside telling you different types of foods that you could grow to continue the life of for many generations to come. I started doing this, I would say maybe around the late 1990s, and I continued to do this until I started having problems with bugs. I would grow them inside, and then I started having problems with bugs. I live next to a forest. A lot of the trees have been cut down now. I had a lot of trees in my yard. Some of them have been cut down. When you have a lot of trees around, you have the leaf debris, and a lot of bugs live under that if you don't keep it raked up. I live in Zone 8 of the United States. Celery is a winter crop in Zone 8. The best time to plant it is in September, but I'm going to go ahead and plant this now, and just to show you that it will continue to live. It'll probably continue to live until maybe around late April or May. It does not like hot weather. It's going to start getting hot here back to back. I would say maybe late April and definitely by the 1st of May. It will continue to produce leaves until then. I really could have planted the whole thing, but I don't want to compete with animals. I don't want any animal to come out there and eat food that I could be eating. So what I did was I cut off the majority of the thick stalks, stems, and I just cut them into pieces and I bag them up. And this, I bag them up. I'm going to put this in the freezer. Okay, so as I was saying, I don't want to compete with animals for food. So I took my part out that I'm going to eat first. And, you know, even if they do get to this and decide that they want to eat this up, you know, celery doesn't cost that much. You know, I can always go back to the store and buy some more. But, you know, I'm willing to take a chance and see if they will grow, even if the animals do try to get to them. But, well, let's go ahead and get started. Let me tell you how I do this. After I finish cutting the part that I'm going to eat and store in my freezer, I'll go ahead and take the celery and I'll put it in a wet paper towel. Put a wet paper towel around the bottom, and then I'll put it inside of a cup or a glass so to keep the roots wet. And then whenever I do go outside, I'll take it outside, put it into a flower pot, and I'm going to plant it real deep. I'll put in some dirt first, then I'm going to put it in deep, so if some animal does come along, I'm hoping that it will have a harder time trying to pull it up out of the ground. I've seen foxes, deer, and rabbits in this area. The leaves will continue to grow and produce until the heat becomes unbearable. I don't plan on going out there every day to water it. So I'm just going to see what nature does. And I will keep you posted.